mic.
No, I really know.
We've been using this.
Where's the microphone?
Huh?
Oh, it's my iPhone. Let's, we're gonna do it this way.
Come closer, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
Trying to say I'm black, huh?
Black hat.
Come
You
closer.
could wear a white hat. Are you ready?
Yep.
Hi, sir. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today. We're actually students from NYU, and we're actually doing a study on murals in black neighborhoods. This one in particular, caught our eyes because of all the famous people that live in this neighborhood here. What's your thoughts on this whole thing? Is it necessary? Do you think it's just somebody just showing artistic talents, or you think this is something important for the neighborhood here?
Well, in my opinion, I think it's fantastic that they have this type of mural displaying these historic legends who actually grew up, lived in this neighborhood.
Right.
So you look at something like this and you not only see rich history, but you see people who struggled for equality and have exceeded the boundaries of racial separatism and have come to a point where they're actual legends and icons.
Right.
So it's really great that instead of having a plain blank wall, you have a wall that's a tribute to historical musical legends that grew up in St. Albans.
We actually just talked to this other guy a little while ago. He told us that he doesn't think that this is a good representation of the neighborhood. He feels that there should be a mural of Biggie or Run DMC or LL Cool J because they actually grew up here and not too long ago, they were a little bit more popular than these people. I mean, do you agree with that, or you think that's false?
Well, with all due respect to that person that said that, you got to know your history.
Right.
In order to have a Biggie and a Tupac and whoever, you had to stand on somebody else's shoulders.
Right.
And these guys here, they broke the color boundaries when they were called. I'll go back. All right. With all due respect to that gentleman that had the comment that you should have rap artists on the mural.
Right.
Rap artists basically. Let me start again. With all due respect to the gentleman that made the comment about having rap artists on the mural, the rap artists didn't do what these legends and icons did. These legends and icons actually had to fight for their right to perform in white clubs and venues. They couldn't use white toilets and things like that. So it was these guys and others like these entertainers who actually helped close the racial divide.
Right.
So you wouldn't have a Biggie, you wouldn't have a Tupac if it weren't for James Brown, Fats Waller, Brooke Benton, and a lot of the others here.
Wow. Yeah, we just caught a woman a little while ago. She was from the Civic Association for Adelaide Park, and she was telling us that there was a plan to build about 1,500 units, of housing there. It was actually all signed until some of the elected officials that actually live back there, decide that no, it's not going to happen.
Right.
And she was telling us that they took it all the way to Washington D.C. And they put a stay on it, to keep it strictly single-family residential homes. Right. So do you agree that that's something that should have happened, or do you think it should have been more housing created for other people to come in and have somewhere to live?
Well, there's always a need for housing, but you also have to maintain the integrity of a community. And when I say the integrity of a community, they don't build houses like they do in Adelaide Park anymore.
Right.
These houses are historic. They're over 150 150 years old, maybe 200 years old, and they're historic. You know, it would look odd to have one of these landmark houses next to something that's prefab and doesn't have the same quality.
The same quality, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's pretty interesting how this neighborhood still is black, right? I mean, at a time, you know, I read some of the history that it used to be a white neighborhood, but it transitioned to a black neighborhood. But since then, it's still been a black neighborhood, and the people back there maintain their homes, and it looks fantastic. I mean,
the transition happened because black folks started moving into this neighborhood.
Right.
So then white people started moving to Long Island.
Okay.
And, you know, they were more concerned about their property value going down than they were about integration. So it's no surprise that, you know, when minorities show up, people that think they're quote unquote better and they think the neighborhood is going to suffer, they move elsewhere.
Wow. That's good.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for your time. You know, I appreciate you, giving us a little bit of your perspective on this mural here. We obviously agree that it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I grew up not too far from here. You know, I remember this being, one of those murals that everybody respected.
You can look at it and see there's virtually no tags on it.
No tags.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Except the small ones.
Yeah. There's always some idiots in the neighborhood, but you know, people respect it. They respect the history.
That's true. Actually, that's really a rarity.
Yeah. Like I said.
I was thinking about that. That's so true.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Did I get paid for this?
Yeah.